Hey, what's going on? It's Raymond J. Negron with Beyond Failure to Reach Success. I just got to get organized here for a second. So, hey guys, what's going on, man? There's some things I want to speak about today, and it's literally I have five quotes that I want to go over with you, like five like awesome quotes, and I kind of just want to not just talk about the quotes, but kind of go, what do they mean to me, man? It's like number one, let's go over Tony Robbins. We got Tony Robbins, Ralph Waldo Emerson, some guy named Tobias Wolff, who I have no idea is, but he has a cool saying, and old school BF, Ben Franklin. So maybe we'll start with Ben Franklin, right? He has a he actually has a couple. He has a ton of sayings, but the one saying that one of the two sayings that I'm going to go over today is like he says, "I didn't fail. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong." Right? Like think of those words. I didn't fail. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. Right? So that's what life's about. Life's about trying to figure out and do things certain ways that we normally can't, and we have to fail to figure things out, to make mistakes, like misdash takes on things that we really care about, right? That really influence us from a deeper level, right? So when we're doing things from where we want to go to where we want to be, right, we have to make mistakes. We have to be not as powerful as we would like to be, and we have to be a little humble. We have to be a little open-minded to get those experiences wrong. So to me, that's saying so strong and so powerful, right? I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong, right? I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. It's amazing to me because I'm sure Ben Franklin failed hundreds of times, or maybe he probably actually recorded it, probably actually marked each time he failed and messed up and put that out there. So, like, truly think about that. That's amazing to me, right? Another saying he has is one today is worth two tomorrows. I believe that's what it is. One today is worth two tomorrows. So, in essence, we always try to put things off, right? We say, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. You know what, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. I'll put it off. I don't want to do that. And it's something that we don't like to do. And again, the shortest way to do it, if it takes 2 minutes, just do it. Just do it. Stop walking by that, because people don't realize, right? Most of us don't realize, and myself included, is that when you pass by something, I'm going to use this as an example. If you walk by and you see, like a paper towel on the ground, right? Right, I had to wipe down the table, so I was wiping that down. But right, you don't pick it up, and then you see that, and then it just keeps happening, right? You want to leave environments better than you found them. But whatever it is for you, one today is worth two tomorrows, right? Finish, get it done. Be the task at hand. And sometimes you're going to be tired, but you have to do it anyway. You have to move ahead and do things anyway. And that is part of life. I got to drink water. It's water, really. I swear, this is water. Ooh, hurts. It's water. And another saying: if you do what you've always done, right, you'll get what you've always got. And that's a saying. I believe it was first said by Jim Rohn, but Tony Robbins has adopted this saying, as Jim Rohn was Tony Robbins' mentor. But if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you always got. So if you stay in sameness and you don't hit that faith and courage to get to the next level, you're probably never going to get there, right? The thing is like to leave our old self and find a new self. It's kind of like I've like the rising phoenix, right? The phoenix will rise up above itself and burn its old self asunder, like to flame, and he'll have to create a new version of himself. And to do anything that's hard and difficult takes faith and courage, right? Courage is just fear and just doing it anyway. But until you really feel that fear, you're not going to hit that next level, man. And it's catatonic. I've experienced it a number of times. Even when I re-enroll new clients or enroll new clients, oh my God, so I have to go back to the beginning again, right? Why we're here, what are we trying to accomplish? And let's look at the past 6 months to year. But if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. And you have to take your life to a new level, right? So that's very important. So, another saying by, I believe, is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Every artist was first an amateur. Every artist was first an amateur, a neophyte, someone who had to start from somewhere, start from nothing to like learn and get the experiences and gain that knowledge over and over again. To get from where he is to where he wants to go, you have to be willing to make those little mistakes. You have to be willing to go back to Ben Franklin and say, I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. That's it. That's it. And that's the test of life, what we give ourselves. So it's like every artist in creation was first an amateur, right? They didn't know what they were doing. They had to figure it out. They had to get mentors. They had to go to masterminds. They had to seek knowledge. They had to experience failures. They had to experience success. They had to learn what it was like to know, right? And build those skills, build those talents, build those abilities to attain that thing they were working towards attaining. Amazing, amazing, right? And Tobias Wolff says, we are made to persist. We are made. We are created, right? He says we are made, but I'm gonna make the saying better. We are created to persist. That's how we find out who we are. We are made. We are created to persist, and that's how we find out who we are, through the persistence, through the resistance, through the resilience, through the failures. So we figure out who we are. That's the only way we figure out who we are, is by the resistance, by the persistence, right? Really look up that word. I always tell people, look up the meaning of words. I learned that years ago, but I also have heard, I've heard Grant Cardone pound that into the pavement, and I'm sure he learned that from somewhere. But the thing is like, look at definitions, look at things that, define, really find out where those words come from to really, truly understand the root of what they mean. Because when you can ingrain the absolutely seed of the meaning, it has power. That's where it sprouts. That's where it grows, right? So we are made to persist. That's how we find out who we are. We are created to persist. That's how we truly find out who we are. Oh my God. That's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. And I love those sayings, right? And by me commenting on these sayings, I want to empower you, inspire you to find out your own sayings, right? And carry them with you. Because these sayings that were put together by these great people that will lead a great life, right? Put together your own sayings. If you like develop something from the top of your head, from the top of your mind, and you're like, oh my God, that's a saying. Just like I took Tobias Wolff saying, like, we are created to persist. That's how we find out who we are. We are created, right? Change it up for you. You don't have to name these great people. I think it's good to pay odes to people, but these words have been around for thousands of years, right? Back in like Stoic times, ancient times, right? And we need to give ourselves more credit for putting these things together, right? Personally speaking, I love to take people's sayings and make them better. Right? For me, they're better. I mean, they might not actually be better, but for me, when I write it down, I find my power in the quote that I rewrote, right? I found the power in the quote that I rewrote for me, because I need to do it, right? If you're going back in time, like, you write things for yourself, right? You teach yourself. You learn from all the greats around you, right? I learned all these quotes from the people around me, and there's certain quotes that I've committed to memory, because I'm like, man, that quote just takes the essence of everything, and puts it in there. And it's given to me as a gift. So I'll sit and I'll read it. I'll take like an hour. I don't want to say an hour, but I'll take like 15 minutes and think about what that quote means. I've actually written quotes out to dissect them, to see what they mean for me, right? To that man, right, they meant something else. But to me, in my experiences, in my showing up, in my knowing of where I'm at to where I'm going, this is what it means for me. This is what I've created for myself, right? And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. I think it's amazing that we are in such a time where, we have free will of choice. And some of these people that made these sayings created these sayings under such duress, so under such stress, under such negative conditions, that they gave them as a gift to us for us to truly understand what these quotes were, right? So if you have your favorite quotes, even saying Ben Franklin's quote, one today is worth two tomorrows. Oh my God, that makes sense. What can I get done today so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow? What power do I have to get this done today so I don't have to worry about tomorrow? Man, right? So one today is worth two tomorrows. Amazing. And also, I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong, right? Look at the confidence in that. The confidence that precedes him, I'm sure. He just says, you know what? He probably didn't care about what anyone else around him thought, right? And you could say, oh, yeah, it was Ben Franklin. But at that time, he was just Ben Franklin, just like you are who you are right now. You are the person you are right now. Doesn't mean that you're not going to leave a legacy in the future. Maybe you're not leaving it now, but that doesn't mean anything. Right? Because who he was, he like when he started at the printing press, it was just Ben Franklin, right? And he got better, and he literally decided. To serve means to cut loose, to cut away things that are meaningless and not meaningful in your life. And I think that saying's great. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong, man. If you could have that mindset and just say, you know what, I'm going to do it wrong. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Right, and smile in the face of that, have that persistence, that determination, that rot gut grit, right? And determination is like determining things inside of you, right? Like, and it's like certain things. Like I was speaking to a guest of mine the other day, and I was like, what non-negotiables can you make in your life, right? I'm not talking about fuzzy lines. I'm talking about non-negotiables. Like that's it, right? That I don't do, right? And I just said, whatever it is, whatever pops into your mind, I want you to commit 100% to that. Let's try it for a week and see what happens. And so the thing is he says, I don't eat after 5 p.m. until the next day at 8 a.m. I don't eat after 5 p.m. Pretty cool, and he stuck with that, and he felt better, and he lost a little weight, and he drank more water, and he came from it with a powerful mindset of like, I'm going to change my situation. I don't drink at all. I don't drink alcohol at all. There's no like 98% or 96. I don't do it at all. That's it. Like me, I work out 3 days a week, every week. If I do more, that's awesome, but I work out 3 days a week, every single week. When I was younger, it was like 5 to 6. But as I got older, I work out minimum 3 days a week, every week. You know what? Like these are not bright, fuzzy lines. They're bright lines. They're non-negotiable. This is non-negotiable, right? And that's it. I don't hang out with negative people. I don't. If I'm around it, I'll leave right away. I don't like surrounding myself around negative people. So whatever that is for you, man, right? And all these sayings are there to help you, to serve your higher good. Make up your own sayings. Make them up. If you think it, write it down and say, you know what, that served me. I like the way that sounded. I like those words. What does that mean to me? And then answer that for yourself. Maybe create your own book of sayings. I think that's amazing. I create my own sayings. I'm going to be posting them on my Facebook page, right? Because they're great sayings, and they make up and they service me. And they service my well-being of my higher good. So guys, it's been a pleasure. It's going on almost 15 minutes here. And I'm just starting this journey of my live YouTubedom. So this is pretty cool. And I hope in the future people will join me. I want to be able to coach people live on YouTube. And I would love in the future if they posted comments so I can help serve you. Right? So I can help serve your higher good. And maybe whatever you're going through, whatever thing that you're facing in your life, let me help you face that with powerful convictions, man, with really getting back to your grassroots of what you need in your life and servicing you from that point of being, right? From that deeper sense of you, that deeper sense of who you are in this life. And helping you find your power, helping you seek the light in yourself. Because you know what? I run into people all the time that are just, man, they're so beaten by life. They're so just like, man, this is not a magnificent life. And they go that route, and then they stay in sameness. And they stay the same for 10, 20 years. I did it for years. I did it until my 30s. And then I realized, man, I'm on a greater journey. What is it? Right? Because, sometimes you're playing around too long and you got to wake up sometime. Right? And me making this YouTube live means I've woken up, man. I would love people who've woken up with me to join me and see what I'm showing here. So again, I hope you guys are amazing wherever you are in the world. Sending you love, happiness, joy, enthusiasm, and also a little bit of suffering, because we all need to suffer. We all need to figure out why these things in our life are occurring, right? Pain is just a future solution. That's all it is. Pain, I'm going to write that down. Pain is a future solution for what you don't have right now, right? Pain is a future solution for what you don't have right now and what you need. So guys, sending you all kinds of love wherever you are in the world. God bless. I'm Raymond J. Negron with Beyond Failure to Reach Success. Have an amazing day. Bye.